Saw it all, how she tried to use her phone but instead had to use her cell phone. Let me try to find this out here. Muffler is overheard during the call. Something to do with this. Okay, I'm gonna maybe ask more. Do you think you can restate your testimony for court? I couldn't ask the same thing. Always says one more time, so listen closer, case. The Chief Prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over a chain link fence. That's why Bully grabbed her arm. Chief Prosecutor hung on to her phone. And you saw her doing this? Was it, Mr. Wright? Wait. Okay, there's obviously a contradiction here. I need to find out what she saw it. Okay, so let's read what she said here. Contradiction around my partition. Actually, now I do know what the contradiction is now. I thought it was a bit weird actually, but yeah, it makes sense. It's this. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. Witness is a former detective. The testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought that you'd be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction of your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, that's true. You could have possibly seen Miss Skye taking a phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. Emergency phone in the back side of a partition. Indeed, you're in a B block. I can't understand B block. You couldn't have seen it. What? What? Order. What's the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. Ugh. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you'd like to follow me a question. Why exactly did she lie to what this victim told the court? Okay, so witness lied about let's see. Well, it can't be the order of the events because of the time on the phone. So it can't be where she saw it because it's definitely down there, so it must be what she saw. It's lied about what she saw, in other words. She didn't see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine. How could she have? Very logical. What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox? Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory. But why would Miss Star lie about that? Why would she say my sister tried to use her phone but failed? Doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant? Oh, thanks, right. But maybe she really did see her try to use an emergency phone? I see no room for doubt here. You ordered the tea and rice, right? That's right, and I thought you had something there. Okay, so it's obviously the order of the events. Skye used the emergency phone before the murder. I see. Unthought that. Oh no, it's wrong as well. legit the one I thought was 100% wrong. Oh, I'm an idiot. I thought it meant like the entire location was wrong. Oh, it's the side of the gate you saw it on. Tries to emergency phone both out of order. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using her emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's the most pointless lie I've ever heard. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to your clever wordsmith, Miss Wright. Just where was this witness when she saw the crime? First thing you heard points in one direction. Actually, now I think, but there is one room she definitely could have done everything at. It's a security room, isn't it? This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room is underground parking lot with small precision. But it's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She will be able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? Or many other places she could have been seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honour. Witness not being part of the prosecutor's office, she couldn't park on VA block. The place she could have seen the crime on the back partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought lunch to your boyfriend's security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting even better of men? To think that the tables could have turned. Today a man's got the better of Angel Starr. Order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective, you should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Skye? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh. She could have said she'd solve a crime from a security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. Truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what? The witness is found to be lying. We're guilty of perjury. She knows this. Perjury. She wouldn't risk a very good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Miss Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Oh, I know why it is. I think I know why it is. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a security guard station. She lied and said she saw the B block. To make a final difference, but what? I know exactly what it is. Angle viewed of a crime. Because the partitions in the way. Why? The angle which you saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, security guard station's on the second floor and oh no, that's the wrong thing. No, it's you couldn't see the crime from there, wouldn't it be? It's obviously distance from the crime. Change distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but look at the floor plan, it's quite clear. This is between the scene of the crime very made. I don't see how it changed it. But you saw it's not in question here. Marriage time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you was rest, Miss Starr? Well, witness, you. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunch has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing PB&J lunch to my fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for a boyfriend? He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed a crime from a glass-walled station. Before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door is locked. Couldn't open it. So I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman who found Charlie stabbed him. I know it, I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear to my finest plastic sport. You have a point. And spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely! Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Raise an objection. 5 minutes between the witnessing of murder and arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente. Called lunchboxes of Thai pasta and knots, Ricky. 5 minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you're a criminal, what would you have done that 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey. Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time is different. Miss Skye dawdled to the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, seems we've come to the end of this testimony. Witness has a grudge against the defendant, and the blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, what's the next witness? Is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to overestimate the witness in account of her professional history. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright, but that was too close. I'm afraid the Commonwealth Queen has been dethroned, and the VAT court is adjourned. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's when she tried to foist off me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies. We have no more further questions to ask of you. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Oh, a triple decker. Out of the difference of the witness determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like Lunchman Mo says, you won't be disappointed. What you gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? Okay, so there's decisive evidence we haven't heard about. I should have mentioned this 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found in the shoe. One is of course the victim's, and the other blood type matched the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. The shoe proves it. It's flawless decisive evidence. Or what? There's blood found in that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Objection!
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you have blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence should be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shows legal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective, and as I mentioned previously, this shield has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even if the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. Squeaky chair. The prosecution complaints notwithstanding. It appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another tort against your witness. Anything to assure the guilty are properly judged.